Alien 8 UK.
Aliens invade. Hey, you know it's alien or die. Hey, there are no beings in your face. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Aliens in the forest, creatures, goblins. They the smallest, smallest. Hey, shout out to Horus, we're hunting for them. Don't ignore it. We hunt for ghosts, we hunt for spirits. When it comes to the woo, 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 man, we the nearest, and we serious. We gon' make them furious. Aliens invade. Hey, you know it's alien or die. Hey, there are more beings in your face.
Oh yeah, I didn't add us back on, but anyway.
That's okay.
Welcome. Do apologise for the last bit of the intro. For some reason, it won't put sound on the end of it, so I am trying again to do it. But welcome to Encyclopedia of the Unknown with myself and Nicole, where we're going to be doing the letter
G.
Geralt.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Geralt. Surprise!
Yeah.
And that intro music, the new intro music.
What do you think? What do you guys think?
I like it.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you, but there's only me who has that at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say. So
it's a bop.
It is. It's nice and upbeat and funky. So let's see what happens. So we are talking letter G.
Letter G.
You, I knew he'd be the first one. I like Starlight Rapture. I know I do, but I'm paying £15 a month just for one track of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that doesn't make any sense. Where you could pay an undisclosed amount for an undisclosed amount of music.
Exactly.
This is Nicole tells you without telling you.
We could call it the undisclosed. I can't because I can't even say it. The
Undisclosure
show. The Undisclosure podcast. I ain't saying that again. So welcome everyone. We've got Jason, Blazer, Chris, Geralt, welcome. Thank you everyone for joining us. The numbers are going up, so thank you to all the new subscribers and the new people coming in the chat. I really do appreciate it. We are at 2,160 subs now, and the last stream that I did on Monday had 5.3 or 5.4 thousand views. So thank you, every single one of you. Really do appreciate it. Keep the numbers coming up, and then I can do this 24/7, and then the numbers will start going down because they're sick of seeing me on air.
I was gonna say we better produce some quality content there.
It's all quality.
Like, be serious.
It is every single bit is quality. So
Yes, it is.
yeah, it's good. So do you want to tell people what you're going to be talking about?
I am going to be talking about giants.
Yes.
I went back and
And
forth. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to talk about because there was ghosts, which was too obvious and too broad. Gnomes, goblins. But we
Yeah.
settled on giants.
See, I was kind of going to go down that route, but I've done like the elementals, I've done Bigfoot, and we do talk a lot about that. But this is something I've researched quite a bit on, I've heard quite a lot on, and technically it does begin with the letter G, but there are a few more letters before you get to that word that begins with letter G.
It has a G in it.
Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about the Count of Saint Germaine. That's where the G is. So
Germaine, count of.
yeah, the Count. Yeah, Germaine of the Count. There you go. So yeah, because it's an ongoing thing from like the late 1600s, early 1700s, and apparently this guy is still alive, and he, according to history, which we know a lot of it's a lie, he hasn't aged. So, but we'll get into that as we go. So, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
God, you already started. And now everybody wants to know.
Do they? I can't
think
see
so.
anything where no one said you want to know.
It's me. I want to know. Is he like vampire, immortal? What is he?
Well, they think he's an immortal, but possible vampire. So this is the strangest. At the very start of all of this is just weird. From like, you can't even say day one because no one actually knows. So no one knows where he was born. No one knows his real name. It's impossible to trace his parents, and there's no confirmed birth record. So in reality, he doesn't exist. Most historians estimate he was born between 1691 and 1712. So you've got like a 13-year period. Some theories claim he was the illegitimate son of Francis II of Transylvanian noblemen.
Okay.
But there's no proof. It's just hearsay.
Yeah.
And there's a pattern with Saint Germaine: facts dissolve into fog. So, and he was like an aristocrat. He'd mingle with all the noblemen and the dukes and duchesses and lords and ladies and all that, but not just like in France, but around the world, America, all around Europe. I'll get into that as we go. So the first solid records appear in England in 1745. So if he was born in 1712, that makes him 33 in 1745. So he's early 30s to late 30s, mid 40s, maybe, give or take. So the Jacobite rebellion is underway. So this is in Britain. There's a lot of shit going down. And this anonymous foreign aristocrat, self-claimed, by the way, is arrested in London on suspicion of espionage. He gives his name as a Count of Saint Germaine. So these are witness descriptions now. Exceptionally refined, fluent in up to 12 languages.
Wow.
At the age of 30, say he's 35, at the age of 35, 12 languages. And this
That's
is
a lot of languages.
This is the early 1700s.
So, like, how many languages were you really exposed to? It's not like you could just do Duolingo.
Well, this is the thing. And I don't think the education was going to be as great as it is today.
Mm-hmm.
That was not that it's that great now, but a brilliant violinist, chemist, and historian. Right? So he's got a bit of Mark Ollie going on.
Yeah, a little
Do
bit.
you know what? Do you know what I mean? Though he's done.
Mhm.
You know, Mark's done loads of stuff because he's got the proof and what have you. But it's that kind of like CV, resume. I'm trying to figure out what it's called in the US. And then the whispers begin. He starts to tell people he's over 100 years old, right? He speaks of historical events as though he was there. Like he's, when we go over when that encounters and that, and we relive it so people can get a picture of what was going on and so on and so on.
Yeah, like the reenactments.
Yeah. So he's telling the stories like that, like pure detail. Yeah. He's released. Oh, and then he's released without charge. This is espionage. This is back in the day. This is like public hanging and beheading and all that going on. No conviction, no disappearance. He simply moves on. Right?
Yeah.
So now the French court. So this is in this is 1750s. So it's like 5 years onwards. So Saint Germaine appears in France, and not quietly. He becomes associated with Louis XV. That alone is astonishing because he just pops up out of nowhere and becomes the French king's best mate, right? And you don't simply wander into the Versailles, but he did. He just turned up and like, do you know where I am, sort of thing. He's one.
Okay, I'm here.
That's how I imagine it. Yeah, it's like, and he just blends in. So if he is some sort of immortal or vampire, then he's going to use the glamour. Is it glamoring?
Yes, it is glamoring. Glamour.
Yeah.
GLAMOUR. Glamour.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Say hello to the new people. The latecomers. I'm going to call you.
I'm usually the late one. I was on time. I was early today.
You were 10 minutes early. I was impressed.
I know. Don't get used to it.
And then, no, I'm not. And he just made his mark, just appeared, and he was there partying with all these different like top knob people.
Mm-hmm.
So court records describe him charming, brilliant, educated beyond reason, wearing jewels of enormous value. That was multiple for jewels. He claimed he could remove flaws from diamonds. So it's got not scratches, but the little cracks and blemishes and all that.
Yeah, like the imperfections.
Yeah. Create new dyes. Transmute metals. Don't know what that is, but if he's done,
that's when you change like lead into gold.
So if you right, got it. So if he's a chemist, then you can, and physicist as well, you can do that and understand alchemy, right? And if that wasn't interesting enough, here's where it gets interesting. A nobleman at court claimed she'd met him 50 years earlier. Now, this is the bit that I know. She swore he looked exactly the same age he did then as he does now. So 50 years have passed and he looks exactly the same. When she confronted him about it, he reportedly smiled and said, "Madame, I am very old." I was going to do a French accent, but thought better of it.
Oh, man. Do it for Sue.
No. Bonjour. Bonjour, madame. He refused to eat in public. He claimed he only consumed a special herbal mixture, and no one ever saw him age. So,
I wonder what was in this herbal mixture and if we can get that today. You know how much money you'd make if you could bottle that?
Yeah, he probably was. That's why he's probably still going. He's like about 500 years old now.
Right. Has there been any sightings recently?
Well, I'm going to get to that.
All right.
After France, he travelled across Europe, the wandering diplomat. So he went to Prussia, Russia, Austria, the Netherlands. He was associated, God, I hate these foreign names, Prince Charles of Hesse-Kassel, who gave him protection and status. Like he'd already been mingling with Louis XV.
Yeah.
Getting
No big
arrested in the UK and dropped because his espionage tactics wasn't valid. He worked unofficially as a diplomat, which is pretty much impossible. I know now, but back then, he moved between courts without any issues. Yeah, unlike my talking. Right? Which raises a new possibility. Was he some kind of spy? Because he's going to all these different countries and there's all different things going on there, as we know. Some historians believe he may have worked in intelligence networks, so he's finding out what's going on. That could have been what the espionage and that was about. His knowledge, connections, and mobility certainly suggest it, but then comes the moment that should have ended the mystery: his death. So February the 27th, 1784, right? So at the early stage, he's going to be 65, 70.
Yeah.
God, you should have done this. Eckernford in Germany. ECKERNFO with the umlauts, RDE. Right? There's a documented death certificate. And he is declared dead, buried, finished. Except 1 year later, he's seen again, and it's been reported that he's been seen again as at a Freemason gathering, but exactly the same as he was on the last day that he was seen. Right? In the years that followed, people claimed to see him all around Europe. He allegedly warns Marie Antoinette about the French Revolution.
Oh.
He appears in occult circles, doesn't look any older, and now it moves from history into legend. The Ascended Master. So this is now the late 1800s. So that was 1784. This is like, you're nearly 100 years on from this, and he's still knocking about. So, Helena Blavatsky, right?
I'm just enjoying listening to you try to pronounce these words.
Oh, I see the words and it's like, no, it's no good. I'm just destroying
my girl
it.
Helena.
So Helena and the Theosophical Society claim Saint Germaine did not die. They declare him as an ascended master. So that's like moving on to the next level, like astral projection of some sort.
Yeah.
A being who has achieved spiritual immortality, a guide for humanity, a hidden hand shaping world events. So we're in the 20th century now, 1930. Yeah, so between the First and Second World War. A bloke called Guy Ballard, you can read that one, founder of the I Am movement, claims he met Saint Germaine. You ready? Where he met him? At Mount Shasta in California. And we all know what goes on. Well, we don't know what we know.
We don't know what goes on in Mount Shasta, but
these
we
weird,
suspect.
these weird stuff going on there all
Something
the
weird.
time. Yeah. So this Guy Ballard describes him a radiant, glowing figure, dressed in white robes, teaching about the violet flames, speaking of Atlantis. See, that's your thing there.
That is my
right?
thing.
Now, Saint Germaine is no longer a historical. I'm just making your words up now. A historical figure.
He's a hysterical figure. He couldn't get his shit together.
Yeah, he's a mythic. Right? So it's I'm guessing that's a myth that's now become reality.
Like a mythological figure.
Yeah. Transcendent.
Like an urban legend.
And almost archetypal. Archetypal. Archipel? Don't
Archetype.
even know.
Archetype?
No, it's got an L on the end.
Archetypal?
Archipel.
Wait. How do you spell it?
I'm going to put it in the chat. This is
Yeah, I was just going to put it in the
ridiculous.
chat. Because
There you go.
I can maybe pronounce it if I see it.
Good luck.
Archetypal.
Yeah, it
Archetypal.
feels like there's.
Archetypal.
It just feels like there's letters missing. But anyway, I'm not here for reading lessons or.
He's
spelling.
become an archetype.
Yes.
That's what
Why
he
didn't you
has
just
become,
say
okay.
that? Oh,
Then it's not as much fun.
archetypal.
Arc-
Right. Archetypal.
Typal.
Archetypal. Right. Phonetics help. Now, let's address the darker speculation. Was he a vampire? Do you reckon he's a vampire? Do you reckon he could be a vampire?
But are all immortals like vampires? Because have you ever
No.
seen those old pictures or old portraits of like celebrities that look exactly the same?
Well, this is the thing. So you have vampires, yeah,
Mhm,
but then you have immortals,
mhm.
which is different. So to kill a vampire, it's like stake through the heart, holy water, all that kind of stuff.
Beheading.
Yeah. With immortals, it's like is it sharks or walruses or whatever? They will keep living until an
Sharks.
accident claims their life. Yeah, and that's it.
I think the oldest shark is like 400 or something that they know of.
I think there's one older than that. I think it's about 700 or 800.
The Greenland
Oh,
shark, oldest living
that's it.
vertebrate, with studies estimating their lifespan between 272 and over 500 years.
Yeah, I think they reckon it's about 800. So
Hmm.
with the immortals, if obviously you chop your head off, they get run over, they get hit by a train, they get blown up, anything like that, any like indefinite way of dying, yeah, that's what will kill them. But if they avoid, they can't catch diseases, they can't get illness, like immune to all viruses and diseases and conditions. So you won't get wiped out that way. It's got to be a physical form of death. Yeah.
You're gonna send me on a rabbit hole of the oldest animals.
Oh
in the world,
no,
you know
this is amazing. So anyway, there is no record in his lifetime of anyone ever calling him a vampire. So no one ever witnessed him feeding on anyone. No, he didn't. He was saying that he's on these this herb diet, whatever it was. Right. But the ingredients are there. I don't mean in his diet. He never got old. He avoided public meals. He appeared at night salons, getting his hair cut at night. Don't know. He possessed hypnotic charisma. Yep, glamour.
Glamour.
He moved among the elites. He accumulated unexplained wealth.
Well, I mean, if you live a
So-
really long time, I think you can accumulate wealth because,
Yeah.
your investments are going to pay off.
Yeah, and then he's predicting the future and telling people what's going to happen. So, excuse me, could he have been some sort of time traveler?
Oh, maybe that might explain, like, if you didn't age, you were just popping in and out.
Yeah.
You weren't really like from that time going
Because
chronologically.
it's like when you go out the Earth's atmosphere and you travel at whatever, and if you was to come back, you'll have aged 5 years, and everyone else on the planet that you knew would no longer exist.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it could be that. So, some sort of time travel. I'm not saying it is. It's just an idea.
Aliens.
Always aliens. So, it's easy to see how modern imagination retrofitted the vampire myth onto him. But historically, he aligns far more with alchemist, mystic, diplomat, or master manipulator.
Mhm.
So, there are 5 possibilities. First one, a highly intelligent polyglot aristocrat who reinvented himself. A skilled chemist and illusionist who weaponized mystery. A spy operating across European courts. So he's obviously going to get in detail and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And a cult initiate with secret societies. The Illuminati, Freemasons, you've seen it, Freemasons meeting and all that. Or something else entirely different, because here's the unsettling part. Even if he was a fraud, he was a very successful one. And even today, over 240 years after his death, people are still claiming to have seen him, still influencing, still watching, and still waiting.
But people still say they see Elvis too.
Sorry?
People still say they see Elvis too.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I can't resist. I can't.
And all kinds of other, supposedly deceased people.
Yeah, but that's another one that we're going to cover that in a few weeks.
Elvis?
No.
We already did E.
No, with conspiracy theories.
Mhm.
Yeah. We could go back to A because it's
1
first.
second.
No, not good enough.
1 second.
Okay, I'll do the closing. Right, so I'll leave you all with the question: why does the legend of Saint Germaine endure? Why does every era rediscover him? Why does every century produce new sightings? Is it because he mastered immortality, or because he mastered myth? Was he a con artist, a spy, an alchemist, a vampire, or humanity's greatest self-invented mystery? So let me know what your thoughts are. Put them in the chat if you're watching it back. Put them in the comments. I would love to know what you guys think that he is or was, or who he is. Remember, sometimes the most powerful magic is reputation. There you go. So from him being around from late 1600s to the early 1700s, and we're now 2026, and he's still being noticed, and people are claiming that they're still seeing him, and he's looking exactly the same as he did like 1930s, so just short of 100 years ago. So what do you reckon?
I don't know. It's interesting because you could definitely go like the vampire route.
Well, these other bits, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He claims he had known Jesus personally. He spoke about events from centuries earlier, as if he was there, and he hinted at discovering the elixir of life. He told
like
everyone without
kind of
telling
thing?
them. Yeah. So he was seen 1800s Paris, 1900s occult circles, even 20th century sightings, and going into where we are now. Never age, only put in, like I said, what was it, who was it, and what was he doing, and why was he doing it? But no one ever got killed around him, or nothing was ever reported as anyone dying or going missing.
Mm-hmm. Well, people do they're searching for the fountain, the literal fountain of youth that can give you like eternal life and just kind of keep turning back the clock. So what if he found it? Like way back in Jesus' time or whatever. He could have just been hanging out.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. What if he did? What if he did hang about with Jesus? And Jesus, I'm not religious, but if the thingy of Jesus are true, Jesus could have taught him a few things, and then he's picked the rest of it up. We don't know.
But even if you're not religious and you don't think Jesus was whatever, that's still a really, really long
The miracle
time.
man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you can pick up a lot of stuff that you can use to your advantage. Like, okay, hey, I knew your great-great-grandfather, and you have this kind of crazy like family secret.
Yeah, but he must have been. Some of it must have been legit. Even if he was a con artist, he must have done his research to get into these circles. You can't just wing your way into all this. Winging your way out of espionage in the 1700s, not happening.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
because they were
okay.
pretty like, guillotine happy.
Yeah, no one.
It's
really,
not like you got a proper trial. It was,
No.
hey, we think you did this, so we're gonna execute you.
Yeah, well, look at Guy Fawkes. He planned to blow up the Houses of Parliament. No, I think he's messing about. There's a song called "There's a Bloke who works at the chip shop, swears he's Elvis." I think that's what he's on about, Mr. Stephen Colling.
I've never heard that.
Oh, look it up. You'll be very disappointed, but don't matter. Yeah, so that's all there is to, other than details of him being at these events and that woman's name that swore she'd seen him 50 years prior to that. And they did have a conversation, but there's other people that have had like the same or a very similar conversation about him being at these different places and meeting him and all this, that, and the other. So, but if you're claiming that sort of stuff, you got to have some good backup to not so much prove it, but so people know you're not chatting BS.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe it, but I would like to believe the time traveler theory. Because then he could be popping all over the place, go into the future, using his knowledge from the future in the past to help himself get ahead. Because how would you know, even if you were just a regular like vampire, right, or immortal, how would you know about like the French Revolution before it was a thing?
Exactly. But also, he's got all this wealth, yeah, and he's going about. If he's going to and from, have you seen the movie Jumper?
Yes, I have. Wait,
one
did
with
that
Bruce
have
Willis?
like Gordon Levitt, whatever his name is?
And they were jumping from different timelines. There's one lad, he was learning how to do it, yeah.
Yes.
And
yeah, I think I saw it.
So what if they're doing that and it's just instantaneous? You're there. So, and they was getting money and passports, all different currency, all that kind of stuff. If you're doing that, then you're going to be finding out what's going on. So you go to the future, find out what's happened. Right, these are the people that I need to hang about with. And time doesn't matter then, because it doesn't matter. Even though you're doing, even if you spent 6 months in the present day and then went back, them 6 months won't matter because you've gone back. So the discount.
Do you age as a time traveler?
Don't know. Never done it.
Like if you spend 6 months in the future and then come back, I feel like you'd still age that 6 months.
There must be some sort of metabolism control going on. Maybe that's what was in the herbs. This is why he was on this special diet. Because if he was only eating these specific ingredients, maybe that's what was stopping him. Maybe he had to have certain foods inside him to stop it happening. I
don't know. Or he might have just been like the olden days Anna Delvey. You know her story? Anna Delvey, how she was a big socialite. So she moved to, I think it's New York City, and she just pretended she was like an heiress. And people just gave her things and let her go do things. She was hanging out with all these like elite people. And she was not. She just faked it.
Yes.
Maybe he was really good at that.
I didn't recognize the name. But to hang about with a king, claim you know Jesus, then become part of the Freemasons and all these occult circles, you would have had to prove yourself at all of these events. You couldn't wing that. You could a little bit, just like you maybe get in the door, but then you would have to prove yourself to these people individually. You ain't just waltzing in and going, "Hi, I know Jesus. Come on in a French accent."
I'm going to try that. That's going to be my intro. Hi, my name's Nicole. I know Jesus. Jesus is my homeboy.
Oh, dear. But, yeah. So, what? I don't know.
I don't know. It's interesting.
It's fascinating.
I feel like we're gonna have to like watch this story throughout our whole lives and be like, all right, in 50 years from now, he's like popping up still.
Yeah, is that too bright? Is that all right now?
No, you're
The
right.
look, it looks very red. That was all. Yeah. Anyway, it's not. I'm more pale than a sheet of paper. Yeah, I was just gonna say. Yeah, that would be you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going door to door.
Yes. Hi.
Have you heard about our savior?
Yeah.
The aliens.
Yeah, do it. Have you heard about our good friend, Count Saint Germaine?
Count of Saint Germaine.
Yep. There you go.
And then somebody's gonna be like, "Yeah, I know that guy."
Works every time. I might try it. Who knows? Anyway,
go to the next convention.
So yeah, get kicked out. We'll say, yeah, but you know, Nicole knows Jesus.
Yeah, you know the Count of Saint Germaine. I know Jesus.
There you go, connection there straight away. But
I think that will go over well for us.
I think no one would ever speak to us ever again. Is what I think.
Probably not.
So yeah, so that is the Count of Saint Germaine, or that's the title that he gave himself.
I like it.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you're doing giants because that will help with what we're talking about on Friday. It's a nice segue to carry on.
All right, so I better do it justice then, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So giants. Everybody knows about giants. Like they're just really, really, really tall people, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, there is giants, like stories of giants in just about every culture. They were in the Bible. The Bible talked about Nephilim. They were in Native American lore. The Greeks had a race of giants. And I'm not going to tell you how they thought giants were formed because it will lead to another power hour discussion. You're muted.
Right. I was just checking the audio on that video. It's okay now. So
Okay.
I'll have to re-upload it. Yeah, it was humans and the Nephilim.
No, it was
blood
from the god Uranus fell to Earth.
What?
Yeah. And that's how giants were made in Greek mythology.
Well, I thought it was the Nephilim and the other giants. It translates.
Yeah, they are the Nephilim were in Bible, in the Bible.
Yes, but then it translates to the ant people, and I can't think of what it is.
They were mighty men of renown, described as powerful figures from a distant age. So almost all of these civilizations talked about giants as if they were a real thing in the past. You know, the same way we talk about like cavemen and dinosaurs and stuff like that. They talked about giants like it was just truth. And most of them had no contact with each other. So these stories weren't going, you know, back and forth and being passed on. They developed separately. So there is a thought that the giants came about because people were mistaking fossils and old bones that they found from like big animals for human skeletons. They would display them in temples. They would display them in these sacred places as proof of legendary heroes. So sometimes they would encounter like a mammoth bone or a mastodon bone, and they had no idea what it was. They thought it was a giant. One really, really famous example that you've probably seen is the Cardiff giant from 1869. That was a 10-foot stone figure that was discovered. It was buried on a farm in New York.
Oh.
And they charged people money to come see it. The scientists were like fighting about it. The religious people were going back and forth about whether or not it proved like the Bible stories of giants. But that one actually ended up turning out to be a hoax.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
they carved it out of gypsum.
Like the alien archaic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, the only one I've heard of, like in recent years, was the one in the 90s, the giant of Kandahar.
Mm-hmm.
But I did speak to somebody who is from that part of the globe who says that the village he grew up in, they would see giants, like these big ginger, like 6-fingered, 6-toed, like 15, 20-foot beings just walking around doing their own thing. So the people, they just wouldn't interact with him, because if he started to interact, the giants were pretty, they didn't like humans. So if you went over and trying to like start a conversation with someone, they'd just kill you. But he swears blind, obviously I'm not going to give you his name, but he'd swear blind that this was a thing, and he's like, everyone in his village would confirm that this was the case. They did their thing, the humans did their thing, and that was it. So
in a lot of like the stories and stuff, though, the giants lived before man. Like man replaced giants, essentially.
Oh, yeah, suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be the evolution that, and therefore we didn't evolve from monkeys, if we did evolve. So
in theory, if you believe in God and believe in the Bible, right, you also believe in giants. Because the Bible talks pretty prominently about giants. There's the whole David and Goliath thing. They are described in Genesis and Numbers as the mighty men of old. Supposedly, they were the offspring of the sons of God, or fallen angels, and human women. And they existed up until the time of the Great Flood.
Anunnaki. The Anunnaki, that was it. The Anunnaki and the Nephilim.
Mm-hmm. They're also
sorry,
giants.
It just came to me then. I thought, if I don't tell you, I will forget again. Sorry.
So in Bible terms, the giants got wiped out in the Great Flood.
Mm-hmm.
With, I guess, the dinosaurs and, whoever else was too big to make it onto the boat.
Maybe they didn't get the invite. They didn't get the memo.
But I don't know. I don't know how they pick and chose who got to go on the boat and who didn't.
Well, it was animals, wasn't it? 2 by 2. In, as we're told. But do you actually believe that?
No, because that would still have to be a really, really big boat.
But I was going to say, like, maybe they were too big to get on. But then you had rhinos, giraffes, elephants, hippos. They're all pretty big animals.
They are.
So, yeah.
I don't know. That's going to be another deep dive into biblical lore.
No, that's going to be, we need to learn how to time travel and find out what's really going on is what we need to do.
Yeah, that's true, because otherwise we're never going to know for sure.
No. And as your mate says, were you there?
Was you there? So giants. There are still what we might consider to be giants today, depending on your standards. Like if you look at basketball players, some of them are breaking like 7 feet.
Oh, even more.
Yeah, that's super tall. And there are people who actually have gigantism.
Yeah.
Gigantism. That's caused by like pituitary tumors. So they just don't stop growing.
Yeah. There's no
keep going.
There's no cap on the growth hormones. It just keeps going and going and going. But the thing with that as well, the organs and blood vessels and all that don't grow at the same speed. So, like the tallest man in the world, can't remember his name. He was like 8'4" or whatever. He had a lot of conditions because his stomach, his heart, kidney, liver, and all that didn't grow in comparison as to the size of him. So it struggled to pump the blood and the oxygen and everything else. So that's what he ended up dying of.
Yeah, and also like when people get that big, their bones can't support them. Like,
yeah,
it's not meant to withstand being that large.
No.
So that causes a lot of issues.
Same as if you are the smallest person.
Yeah.
It goes away. But you're saying about gigantism, you get that with fish, shark, megalodon, giant octopus, giant squid. You look at sturgeon, how big they grow. Even cod. You know, cod can grow to like 4 foot or something. I just thought it was like that big. Well, that's because that's how big they are when I buy them at the chipper. But you know what I mean? You don't realise how big, especially the sea creatures, how big that they are. Because it's not like you see them every day.
Yeah.
Any day. True. So it's there's so much out there that we know nothing about, not just in the sea but on land as well. And then you got thunderbirds, pterodactyls, or as Sean put, that is a dragon, Andy. You can tell by its tail. And you've got something like that. Yeah, so do you know what I mean? So these still exist now. You had the giant sloth that they've got DNA and they've got, what's it called? Examples. They've got proof that they existed. I'm struggling tonight. It's been a week.
Like genetic whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So
they've got DNA tissue as proof that these things did exist. But then you've got like polar bear. Is it 11, 12 foot? When it stands up on its back legs.
Polar bears are massive, man.
Yeah. Out of all the bears, well, I wouldn't like to have a fight with any of them. But the polar bear is like.
And polar bears are mean. They're mean.
You don't want to mess about with one of them.
Not that I've ever personally had beef with a polar bear, but like I've heard that they are very aggressive.
Yeah.
And they will hunt you down. Like they will not stop until they get you.
Yeah. If they're hungry, you're their next meal.
I don't even think they have to be hungry. I think they're just assholes.
Oh.
I don't know. Just don't hang out with polar bears.
Didn't know about that. Well, I keep thinking Bruno's barking, but he tends to sit outside the door and wait for me because he knows that when I do this and I go down and I put my Crocs on, that he's going for a.
You can't
say it in case he's just behind that door. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's just gigantism does exist, but it's like you have the trees as well, because obviously back in the day there's 75% more oxygen and there's less pollution, and everything was natural basically. Mm-hmm. So it could grow at its own rate as and when it needed to. But even now in the in like the rainforests and what have you, you get these plants that are massive because of the amount of oxygen that's produced. Obviously, a lot of it from the rain, but then because it goes into the ground and it just soaks it all up because there's nothing else there to take it.
Yeah.
So it is and does happen. But right, I've just uploaded that video and now I can't find it.
Well, in the meantime, I'm going to tell a story about a giant encounter from my area, from the Hudson Valley.
Oh.
So Washington Irving, who also wrote Legend of Sleepy Hollow in the early 1800s, talked about the legend of Rip Van Winkle. And in this story, this character encounters mysterious figures in the Catskills said to be the ghosts of Henry Hudson's crew. But
Okay.
Irving describes them as silent, imposing figures playing ninepins, whose bowling echoes as thunder through the mountains. So many folklorists believe that he was drawing from native and Dutch settler stories that imagine the mountains themselves as remnants of playgrounds or giant beings. Even today, locals sometimes describe the Catskill silhouettes as resembling reclining figures, enormous shapes sleeping beneath the sky. Early settlers interpreted these rock formations as evidence of titanic forces or beings that shaped the land. So this is where the craziness and the conspiracy kind of comes in, because you have those mountains that are like cut off at the top, like the plateaus, that people think were actually giant trees that have been petrified.
Petrified trees, yeah.
And
I was actually
certain...
watching, I was watching a program on that, because if the petrified trees that the giants have chopped down, then as the bark dies, because obviously the vast size of it, it just falls off and crumbles, and that's what all the kind of like doesn't turn to stone, but it gives that stone effect.
Yeah, it petrifies, and like regular wood can do that. You can have regular petrified wood.
Oh, yeah.
And there's also all these like mountains and rock formations that look exactly like body parts or like animals, to the point where it's beyond coincidence. Like, oh, that kind of looks like this.
Have you seen, they reckon, I don't know if you can see from there, I've got loads of, and Gerald and Jane have as well, Himalayan rock salt. They reckon that a lot of that, if you cut through it, it looks like dried out blood vessels, and it kind of looks, before it's turned into what we buy from the shops, it looks like meat. It looks like flesh, like you cut into a lump of flesh. Look it up, guys. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Like there's this one that looks like a turtle. I'm going to share screen real quick.
Yeah. I'm going to have to refresh this in a second, but I'll only be gone for like 10 seconds. I'll wait till you've done this. I'll be straight back on. I've just...
So there's some...
I was going to say, you got the elephant, turtle, gorilla. There's some more as well, though, isn't there? You've got the giant lizard.
There's some, like, look at this elephant rock. You can almost see, like, skin texture on there. Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
It's too defined for it not to be. Yeah, is that the frog one? Yeah.
That's the frog, yeah.
It's too defined unless back in the day people were carving into it to create these giant rocks. But these are similar to what we are told is being seen on Mars.
Yeah. But I don't, it is weird. It is a weird coincidence that it looks that much like that. I'm not saying they are that, but I am saying it's a little weird. Like maybe like glitch in the matrixy. Like, okay, we ran out of like mesh to make this rock. Let's just reuse it from a turtle.
Yeah, right. I'm just going to refresh. It'll be about 10 seconds.
Okay. And I'm taking over the show again. But there's not just animals. There's all kinds of things. There
we go. Oh, we swap sides. How about that?
Oh, we're switching around. I'm pulling up images.
That's fine. That's right. I've just got to move some stuff. Oh, I thought I deleted the wrong one then. Right, there we go.
All right. So you got like this is kind of iffy, but tell me that doesn't look like some goofy giant.
Yeah. But this is the other thing. So with trolls in Scandinavia, Northern Europe, you think trolls turn to rock during daylight? They only come out at night, but it was the UV that turned them into rock. It was the sun's rays.
Like this one is supposed to be two giants like embracing.
Yeah.
And I can see it. I can see some of these things that look like.
That one looks like your leader. I won't say his name. Oh, I got thingy for that the other day.
Oh, this one? Is this the one that looks like him?
Yeah, done it.
A little bit, yeah.
But anyway, looks like some bloke in the US.
Mhm.
But
I don't know. There's a bunch of examples.
But you've got, apparently, I heard the other day, Ayers Rock is supposed to be another one in Australia.
Which one?
It's some Ayers Rock.
Air?
AYRES. I don't know how true it is. That's supposed to be the base of a petrified tree as well.
Oh, a tree?
Yeah. I'd
know,
never heard that before.
Kind of more rounded at the top, but
That's
some
what
of
I'm
them
thinking.
really look like.
Is it Tabletop Mountain in South Africa? I'm not sure if it's that one. But there's a couple that are a bit.
Yeah,
that one.
Wait,
The
which
elephant
one?
and the elephant and the baby elephant. Second row down, third from the right. Keep
This
going.
one?
No, there's one.
Not that
No,
one.
next to it. No.
Oh,
that
okay,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. How? Unless somebody's carved that.
Mm-hmm. And if you were going to carve it, you'd have to be a giant anyway because that's freaking huge.
Yeah. Oh, do the petrified giant. Third row down, third one in. Down. No, up. Across.
That one. Ah.
No. The
No.
red one. That. See, they reckon that that's flesh.
You.
I know. Or they don't reckon. There's a possibility that it could be flesh.
I don't know. There's
Something is going on, and we're not being told what it is. These. Oh my God! And now look at that.
that one looks like a tree.
They all look like trees.
I know, but this one literally has rings. It has
Yeah.
rings.
Devil's Tower. The one below it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's Devil's Tower. This
Yeah.
is Devil's Tower.
But apparently, if you excavate underneath it, you can see where the roots have gone down and everything.
I don't know. That's just, it's insane. Look, that one's even hollow, like a stump.
Yeah. I remember growing up, we had a Dutch elm in the front garden. And believe it or not, Dutch elm get Dutch elm disease. The only tree that does. And it was growing, but it was starting to bend towards the house. So they had to come and cut it down. And I remember they cut it down so it's just like a foot tall tree stump. But over time, like that one, it started to hollow out in the middle. Not because me and my brother used to like jump up and down on it and break it and what have you, but it was just a stump. So eventually it just became hollow in the middle, not on the outside, just in the center. So,
But like, can you imagine the tree that must have been?
Yeah. But they reckon it didn't go straight up. They reckon it came up and then it went out.
Like branched
like
out.
Sideshow Bob's
huge.
hair. Yeah.
It'd have to be a huge tree if it was a tree.
But this is the other thing. It's like in Avatar, it's like they think that these were all in sync with each other. There's some sort of energy connecting them all. And these were all the tree of life. And this is where we used to, well, not just humans, but all different types of energy could connect to them and could connect to nature. And this is why they cut them down. That's another theory. Mm-hmm. Because they didn't want us knowing how to enjoy yourself, basically.
I don't know. It's all very intriguing. I do believe that there were giant people. I don't know if I'd believe that they're like, 50-foot giants, but definitely a large race of people.
Yeah.
And the tree thing is very compelling.
But then, like I said, it goes the other way. You've got the Pygmies in South America and South Africa in the tribes.
But you have Great Danes and Chihuahuas.
Exactly. But then you've got Chinese Oriental. They're a lot shorter than Western Europeans. Do you know what I mean? These different sizes of different races of humans around the world. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I get it. We're not allowed to say that word here.
what?
What you just said.
Who's not allowed to say it?
People. It's politically incorrect.
Oh, well,
In the US.
You get Asian and Oriental people tend to be shorter than Western Europeans. But then you've got different parts of Europe where, like, Russians tend to be taller than Western Europeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So these different races, different parts of the world where, even though we're all the same, different heights.
Yep.
So, but like you said, we dogs, you got a Chihuahua and a Great Dane and everything else in between.
But they're all dogs and they're very real. Do you think a Chihuahua like walks around and sees a Great Dane and is like, that's a fucking giant, man?
Oh, no, because if it's Bruno, he'll just start barking at it regardless of size. It's like, really, what
Bruno
are you
don't
going
care.
to do? Yeah, but it is so. It's like every species of animal, you have variations in size. So why can you not have that back in the day when there's more oxygen and everything was gigantic, literally?
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting.
Anyway,
theory.
I don't do politically correct because I'm not political. So say it as it is. That's why I'm not being horrible to anyone. Just pointing out facts. So yeah, you wouldn't
I don't
be
know.
there for a minute.
I don't know if it's
what
just,
did I actually just say?
I don't know if the whole thing with the rocks is like the pareidolia where you're like seeing things where there's not things, but some of them are just freaking weird. And somebody had to have like carved them or made them.
Yeah. It's not every single rock. You've got seen the ones with the giant snakes or giant lizards.
Yes. Yep.
You know what I mean? It's even
I literally have the scales on
the
them.
texture of what would be the skin. That's going to take a long time to carve that out. Hey, maybe it was Saint Germaine. He's been around a while.
He has a long time.
Yeah, and he was going around the world doing different things and going missing.
All right, let me see if I can pull this up because I got to show you this one.
Yeah, he did
if the image comes up.
He was all mystique and what have you. So maybe he had some.
I don't know.
He was friends with Jesus.
He was, so he would know.
I
don't know if this is real, but supposedly it is. And this is a petrified snake. And look at the texture on that rock.
I know.
And tell me it's not scales.
But the thing is as well, it's like right underneath. It's got got teeth, the mouth,
it has the mouth hole,
the
and
eyes,
it has
the
scales,
slits,
and
the nostrils. It's to a T. It's bang on. There's nothing. You wouldn't look in that and go, someone carved that.
Yep. This is supposedly a natural rock formation inside a cave in Thailand that twists and coils in a way, such a way that it mimics the shape and texture of a serpent frozen in time.
But it doesn't mimic. It is
and coiling.
A natural rock.
I've never seen a rock twist and coil like that. It's not flexible. It's a rock.
And the thing is, as well, as you say, in nature, you don't get straight lines. So if it's natural, no, I'm just not buying it. That's my opinion.
And even have you ever held a snake? Have you ever had a snake?
Yeah.
So you see like the different scales on like the belly of the snake and the top of the snake?
Yeah.
How the belly ones are like longer. It has that.
Yeah. And the longer, the more square, whereas the ones on top kind of overlap a little bit like fish scales. So
that's that.
Yeah. I used to have bearded dragons, and they're literally the same. They have the softer underbelly and the hard top. But you can see,
I miss my bearded dragon.
yeah, you can see the contrast difference between the two types of scales. Doesn't make any sense. Basically, we've been lied to from day one.
Pretty
So
much.
we need to learn to time travel ASAP.
We can ask the Count of Saint Germain when we see him.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll tell us.
Do you know, I was just thinking then the best way to get him to come to you, go around saying you are the Count of Saint Germain.
That's can you do that?
But he
Are there any
did.
pictures of him?
Don't think so. I couldn't get any. There's one that looks like a
There
bloke who's a wizard.
There is a picture of him.
Well, it didn't give me any pictures. It gave me 3 random drawings. There was no actual photograph.
Well, no, because it was like the 1700s.
No, but he's around in the 1930s. We've had cameras since 1800, so there's only like, I won't even call them sketches.
His name was Count Claude Louis Robert de Saint Germain.
I don't know how you got all that information. I think you're making stuff up now.
Google.
Oh, don't trust Google.
Google. And
No,
this
don't.
is what he looks like. Ready for this, guys?
Can't wait.
This is him.
Not who I thought he would look like, but doesn't he look like one of the Rothschilds?
Maybe.
See, there you go. There's synchronicity for you.
Oh, he could very well look like a Rothschild.
He does look like a Rothschild.
The
one that looks like
pictures of him.
The one that looks like Mr. Burns out of The Simpsons. That one.
Kinda.
Not so much there.
Yeah. I don't know. So there are images of him. He looks like, in that one, he looks like he knows something. He looks like he's like up to something.
Yeah. You know what he knows? He knows Jesus.
He does. He does know Jesus.
He does. Besties. Like that. But wait,
and I guess people
I'm taking the Mickey, but imagine if it is actually true. He's walking around saying all this stuff, and you're going to get some people going, yeah, right, whatever, just a bit of a fantasist. And he's like, no, I actually do know him.
So this guy claimed to be the Count of Saint Germain.
Which one?
All of them.
It's like the Bee Gees, right? No, not even 2 of them look similar, other than having a face and hair.
No. They don't look similar at all, but he is claiming to be.
Maybe he's like Doctor Who. So when the old body dies, he regenerates and becomes a different one, but carries on being the person. So it's just some bloke that's going around having kids, and then when the kids grow up, they claim to be the father. It could just be that.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know
idea.
because. So this guy that showed up, the guy who like in the modern photo or somewhat modern photo, was supposedly the Count of Saint Germain, and he was seen in New Orleans during some ritual in the 80s.
Yes.
So and claiming to be him. But I don't know.
I just did a 15-minute stick on it. Otherwise, you'd be talking about him for like 2-3 hours, which is what we're nearly doing anyway.
I know, but it's so interesting because it's hard to tell. Like with the people with like the white powdered wigs, it's kind of hard to tell what they would look like, normally.
And they'd have the face pale, and they're all pretty much dressed the same with the buckled tunics and the tight trousers, the boots and the socks, and all tucked in together. So your typical aristocrat from like the 1700s.
Yep.
So like with the fluffed shirt, cuffs and neck and all that. So yeah, it all looked very, very similar.
This is true.
Was he a giant?
I don't think so. I think you'd
No.
probably notice if he was a giant.
Yeah, well, they noticed everything else about him. No one noticed that he looked like 3 different people in that photograph. But
That was weird. But like, how are you going to be like, oh, okay, this is definitely the Count of Saint Germain? Like, no, it's not. You got catfished, man.
yeah, you just get 3 people and go. That was a TV show back in the 80s, and you had to guess who the real one was. So they'd come on and go, "Hi, I am Andy and Nicole, and I do a podcast." And the next one would come on, and the next one would
Yes.
come on. Do you remember? Did you have that in the US?
I know the show.
Oh,
It was on like I think Game Show Network or like TV Land or one of the old shows.
Yeah, and it was like that.
And you'd have to ask them questions.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they would like respond. You'd have to pick the real one.
Yeah, and it was
what
always
was that called?
It was always celebs that would ask that was on the panel. Yeah, I don't know.
To tell the
No
truth.
idea.
It was called To Tell the Truth.
Ah, yes, that was it. Yeah.
Might have been called something different there, but here it was.
No, same thing. Tell the truth. Yeah. So maybe you were playing. He was just going around playing that,
Could have been.
and then it became a TV show, and then he vanished. Lived with the giants. Maybe he's turned to stone, or lives inside a petrified tree. It is endless as to what actually went on. Unless we know somebody who knows him or has met him, we're just speculating, guessing, theorizing. So
This is true.
What do we actually know?
We don't know nothing.
We can only do as much research as we can find online, or go out asking people stuff, and that's it. That's as deep as we can go with it, and then we just make the rest of it up ourselves as to what other possibilities we can take from it. And it ain't a lot, is it?
No, because you know what? It doesn't matter. We could speculate all day and we'll never know.
No.
Like we can talk about the facts, like this happened, this happened, this happened, this was a thing, but we'll never really know why.
Yeah.
Until I find out everything about the paranormal and conspiracy and everything. And not tell you because you don't want to know everything.
I asked a question at that conference that was at this week. Yeah. Right. And there's 8 people on the panel. I'll tell you. And I asked it, but I changed it to Bigfoot. So if you could learn everything there is to know about Bigfoot, excuse me, would you want to know? Right? All I'm going to say, out of everyone on the panel, only one person wanted to know. Everyone else was Team
everybody else
Andy.
is clearly crazy.
I'm like, yes. But they all give a different answer as to why. And every answer was like proper top notch. So I was impressed. And I'll tell you off air who the one person was who was like, yeah, I want to know. It's like, you could probably guess who that was, but
probably.
But
I'm glad that we started doing these live though.
Yeah, the better. Miles better. I didn't mind the pre-records, but it's like people in the chat it gives them something to think about as well and enjoy and think, are these two just on acid or what? What is actually going on? But so in March we have 3 guests coming on the 27th of March. 3 very, very big names. That's it.
That's all he's giving you guys. How very un-Andy like.
Yeah. So 2 have confirmed straight away. Yeah. I'm just waiting to hear back from the 3rd one. But they did promise that they was going to come on. So I'm going to hold them to it.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. It's all good. So would you like to know what we're talking about on Friday? Not you, obviously, you know, because we're in the chat.
But I know what I
Yeah.
kind of know what we're talking about.
So,
But apparently I don't because I told David the wrong thing.
yeah, you just made stuff up. I'm like, what's she talking about? So, on Friday, so we start, we're at the early time of 7:30 because it's Becky's birthday tomorrow and we've got stuff planned all weekend. So I'm off work now till Monday. So we're starting the early time, 7:30. Unfortunately for Nicole, she's going to have to wag work and go and sit in the car park. So you're not going to be on for the first 30 minutes, are you? Or are you?
No.
I will try and drag it out. So we should be starting at 7:30. It may be 8. It just depends. I need to find out what's going on here, but I'm not going to know till tomorrow. As soon as I find out, I'll let you know. But everyone else is confirmed. So there'll be myself, Nicole, David from Down the Rabbit Hole. David don't know. Abby from Lifting the Veil. Tommy from Let's Get Freaky. Tommy is coming on. Did you see in the chat?
Tommy says he's coming on.
He better add or Sue will kick his derriere.
Yeah.
And
Get him, Sue.
we will have our latest and last team member who is, and it's going to balance it out, male, female, not US, UK, unless we all start doing accents. So there's going to be 3 males, 3 females. So it's Michelle from Michelle's Spooky Stories. So me and Michelle are going to start doing the Hidden Archive where we do conspiracy theories. So we thought we'd do the first one this Friday when there's all 6 of us, so we can all get into it a little bit, give you guys a taste of what's going to be coming up. And we're going to be talking. We can't do a drum roll. What we're talking? Come on, it should be there.
Oh, I thought you were announcing. I was drum rolling. I'm drum rolling for you.
Oh, I was handing it over to you. It's passing you the baton.
Tartaria.
Yes.
I love Tartaria. That may or may not have
is,
existed, but I love that topic.
There's too much to say that it did exist. Yet there's no proof.
It goes hand in hand with my ancient civilizations and the resets.
And giants and these 7-8 foot steps and pyramids and
the doorways. Yeah, but we can't give too much away because you have to watch on Friday.
Yeah, 100-foot doors that are built into the side of a mountain that no one can get to. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more to it. We're not just going to say that and then go. It is going to be.
Yeah. That's it, guys. You don't have to watch. We've already said it. No, we're going to go deep into this because this is one of my topics.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when Michelle start doing them, we're going to go down some dodgy rabbit holes, shall we say, and just pray no one comes knocking on the door.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Authorities.
Mm-hmm. It might be me. I'm knocking on the door. I want conspiracies.
Yeah. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's it. I don't know if everyone's just like zoned out in the chat. No one has put anything for at least the last 3 weeks.
I'm going to say it's a little weird because I put something in the chat earlier and it didn't show. So
nothing is showing in the chat since Blazer did 3 cat heads.
Weird.
Are we even live? Are we going out? Are we just... We've done all this for nothing and no one can see or hear anything. I don't actually know what's going on.
No idea.
But if you are here, yes.
Oh,
Chris,
okay. Blazer's here at least.
Yeah. So Blazer's real name is Chris.
One.
Did you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did know.
He sent me an email the other day. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's only Chris. Everyone else is gone. They've gone looking on how to time travel. Not even.
They're probably down the rabbit hole like I am with 10 tabs open in the back.
Could be. Who knows? Well, that's another conspiracy because we don't know because there's no one else who's putting anything in the chat.
I don't know. They're not. There's
Okay.
something for the chat. I just put it in there and it's not showing up.
No.
So I don't know. There might be something weird going on with YouTube today. Because
Can
this
you
is the
see
second
that?
thing that I've typed and yeah, second thing I've typed in the YouTube chat and it's not coming up.
Nothing at all. Show these people in the chat. It's showing like these 20, 26, 28 people. So I'm just going to put it on, but let me mute it because it'll get loads of feedback. Yeah, live. 21 likes, 26 in the chat. Yeah, it's all there.
Weird.
It looks like people are putting stuff in the chat, but nothing's actually coming through.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
it
really
was
weird.
earlier.
Very weird.
Well, all I can do is apologise on behalf of YouTube or StreamYard, but there is absolutely nothing that I can do about it. So, sorry guys, hopefully it'll be sorted out for Friday.
Well, good thing we figured this
On
out at
that
the end
note,
of the
then,
I am back
beginning.
tonight. Shameless plug. I am back tonight at 8:30 with Stephanie. We're doing paranormal tea time. And we're going to be talking about some haunted prisons that we've investigated. So we're going to be kind of going into the history of that. We're going to be talking about hauntings and some of the little bit of the true crime stories behind there.
What time? UK time?
It's 8:30 UK or 8:30 EST. So it's in the morning.
2:30.
Yeah. Laser. I had to put
There
it in
you
from
go.
here because it doesn't show when I do things.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it'll be live on Facebook and on YouTube.
Well, I wrote hello, and that's not showing either.
Yeah, it's very strange.
There's no link between YouTube and Facebook on the chat, but there's nothing showing on YouTube that there's any issues.
I don't know.
Because I keep refreshing YouTube and it's not. It's just going nothing. I don't know. But there's a couple of hundred people watching, so it's all right. That keeps changing. Right, that's it then.
On that note,
join us for Tartarian Friday. Bring your own jackdaws and
So the title needs work. Tartarian Friday. It should be Tartarian Tuesday.
Oh, I'm not doing another day of the week.
Oh, tomorrow is because we won't be back before then. Is the Paranormal Mixer, the meetup at Kestrel Tavern in Kingston. If you are local to me,
there you go.
Starts at 7.
What she said. Right, that's it. So anyone who's typing anything in the chat, we can't see it. You probably can't see it either. So I don't actually know what's going on. Because I have the two chats open. I have YouTube chat and StreamYard chat.
Yeah.
Side by side.
You know what? Do you have only the moderators are getting through, or members only?
Mr. Jarek.
Yeah.
Angela Collin was in there.
Point, I don't know. At some point it's switched.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Hopefully it'll be fixed.
You just have to all become tier members and then we can see you. Tier members and moderate. Yeah, ID Pop was in.
Yeah.
Steve
and if you're
Collin,
here and you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit the notifications because it's a crazy schedule of shows going out.
Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
And when I quit work, it would just be every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Day and night. Solid. 24/7. Oh, got people lined up for our next 24-hour.
Ooh.
Yes. So it's all good.
Very good.
On on that note, because we can't see anything and we don't even know if there's anybody watching now, we're going to go. Oh, good evening. Hello.
Hi. You're a person who can talk.
Yes.
I don't know if the chat's being weird. If you're just like tuning in, the chat's being weird on YouTube, so we can't see your comments on StreamYard or in YouTube actually. So
Nocturnal Frequency. I think he's called Steve. I'm really rubbish with names. But hi. I normally tune into his before I come on here, or vice versa. So I just didn't get a chance tonight because I'm trying to upload videos. Right, I'm going to play the outro. The intro is the outro for tonight, but then I'll have the new outro with different music on Friday. So yeah, yeah, that's it. So we are going to go because don't know what's happening and my head hurts. So enjoy. See you Friday. All six of us will be here, maybe at least five of us. Tommy, Sue, sort your son out.
I might see some of you tonight. I know a couple of you popped in last week, so thank you for that.
Well, I'm off work and I probably won't be able to sleep, so I'll pop in and I'll say hello. Send me the link though, because just in case. Right. So we're gonna go. Thanks for joining. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Like I said, back early time, 7:30, 8 o'clock ish. Just keep your eye out because it might change between now and then, depending what's happening this end. Hopefully you can get in the chat. And that is it. So have a wonderful 48 hours. See you then. Ta-ra.
Alien 8 UK.
Aliens invade. Hey, you know it's alien or duh. Hey, paranormal beings in your face. Hey, yeah. Aliens in the forest, creatures, goblins.